What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are going to be talking about if the Sur-Ron is worth buying for Doordash, because that was a little sketchy. The reason why I'm making this video is because I get a lot of questions about Doordashing on the Sur-Ron, so I'm going to start making videos kind of portraying those. And one question I get a lot is it even worth Doordashing on the Sur-Ron? You might be pretty surprised by my answer because I don't really have a definite yes or no answer, but I will give you some reasonings on why it could be good and also why it might not be the best. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I would say about Doordashing on the Sur-Ron is, you know, what we've just witnessed. You're able to weave through traffic extremely easy. Like, if I didn't have a car right there, I'd just be sitting behind that guy. And if I was in a car coming up to those train tracks, I'd probably still be sitting back there. But since I was on the Sur-Ron, you know, I was able to just go right through all of those cars and get in front of all of them. So that is one benefit of the Sur-Ron, is you don't really have to wait for traffic, and that is awesome. Whoa, sometimes I wish I had the dirt tires, but street tires work. So yeah, that is one benefit of the Sur-Ron, is not having to wait for traffic. But I get a lot of comments saying that I'm slower than cars or whatever. Besides speed, I would say I'm way faster than cars. So to say that the Sur-Ron isn't faster than a car and that it's more inconvenient than a car as far as just the delivering, I would say that's false. And anyone saying that the food's gonna be cold or whatever, that's just dumb, because if you have a food delivery bag, it's no different from delivering on a car. You know, as long as your food delivery bag's insulated. Most people who deliver with cars don't even use food delivery bags. So in my opinion, anyone who delivers on a bike or any sort of electric vehicle like a scooter or an e-bike, your food's gonna arrive at way better quality than if you were to get a delivery from someone on a car. So yeah, I really just wanted to squash that comment, because I get that comment a lot, especially on my YouTube shorts, that the food's gonna be cold because I'm delivering on a bike or whatever. But you're completely wrong, because I have one of the nicest DoorDash bags you can buy. I'm faster than most cars, as long as it's not a freeway delivery. If it's just a delivery that's close by and I have to go through neighborhoods and stoplights and all of that, then the Sur-Ron is way faster than any car. As long as you have a delivery bag that's insulated, your food's gonna be way higher quality than anyone who's delivering in a car. Now I'll talk about one of the negatives of delivering on the Sur-Ron, and that's gonna be the overall price and maintenance on the Sur-Ron. You're gonna be spending around $4,500 if you buy a brand new Sur-Ron, and that's really going to eat into your profits. In order to make your money back delivering on a Sur-Ron, you're probably gonna have to do around 2,000 or 3,000 miles before you even make your money back. And there is one way around that. I mean, you could buy a used Sur-Ron and you might be able to get it anywhere around $3,500, so $1,000 off, maybe 38, somewhere around there. But that's really the only way you're gonna get around that, because if you buy a brand new one, you know, like I said, it's gonna be around $4,500. By the time you hit that 2,000-3,000 miles to even start making profit on your purchase, you already lost $1,500 on your Sur-Ron, because I've tried to sell mine before. I've got around 2,000 miles. The highest offer I got for my Sur-Ron is $3,300. Immediately, I've already lost $1,200 on my Sur-Ron, but I've also made a lot of money using my Sur-Ron, you know, with DoorDashing, making YouTube videos, Amazon affiliate links. I've been able to maybe not profit on my Sur-Ron, but pretty damn close. I don't really keep track of how much money I've made on the Sur-Ron, but you can also factor in that I don't have to pay for gas, I don't have to register it, and overall it's just the best thing I've ever bought. So even if financially I haven't made a profit on the Sur-Ron yet, mentally and spiritually I have made a profit on it, because I've been able to do so much. I've been able to make so many awesome YouTube videos. I've been able to have so many cool interactions with other people, llamas. And yeah, I think all of those things are invaluable, and the journey's still not over. I still have so many YouTube videos to make. All the videos I've made in the past, they still make me money. So that kind of transitions us into our next thing, is if you want to do DoorDash on the Sur-Ron, I would highly recommend making content as well. I wouldn't just DoorDash on the Sur-Ron, because if you're making content and DoorDashing, you're able to have two different ways to make money. If you have a video that goes viral, that could make you a couple $100s, maybe even 1,000 if it gets you a couple 100,000 views. There's really unlimited potential to YouTube. It's not likely that something like that is going to happen because there's so many people making Sur-Ron videos and all of that. Like, I've only had 2 videos go viral. One of them was a Sur-Ron Doordash video, and then another was just a review. And then I've only had like a couple shorts go viral, and YouTube shorts don't make you that much money. But the money's just an added bonus if you're doing content. If you're able to consistently post content and create a following, you could transition your following you created from Sur-Ron videos and start doing something else. It's really wet down here. That's crazy, man. I haven't seen it like this in a really long time. Dude, I've always been looking for this way. I finally found it. I don't know why I've never been able to find this way when it's just right here. Let's go around the lake. I think it'll be cool, even though we don't have dirt tires. Oh shit, it's muddy. Well, hopefully it's not too muddy because I'm not trying to ruin my street tires. And yeah, I know that doesn't really have to do with door dashing, but I truly think that if you're gonna have a Sur-Ron, you should be making content, especially if that's what you want to do, is DoorDash with your Sur-Ron. I just think the content is going to... That thing's cool. I just think the content is underrated, and I don't see a lot of people doing Sur-Ron Doordash videos. That goose is so mad. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get your babies, I swear. Oh my gosh. I don't think we want to go this way. Alright, I'm turning around. So yeah, if you're willing to put in the work for content, and you're already... Dude, this goose wants to fuck me up, bro. I'm sorry. So if you're already willing to put in the work to DoorDash and break even on a Sur-Ron, I truly think you should add content into that. There's just unlimited potential with content, and I think you're really shooting yourself in the foot if you're going to be buying a Sur-Ron strictly for DoorDash and you're not filming content. I haven't seen this lake this full in so long, bro. It's kind of crazy. Dude, did we just get that on film? Hopefully you guys saw that. That was cool. I guess one downside I will say when it comes to making content on the Sur-Ron is you do have to buy the GoPro, and you do have to edit the videos, and it's just a lot of extra work that if you're not willing to put in the time and effort to be consistent, it might not be worth it for you. But I really just think that content and door dashing should go hand in hand, especially on a Sur-Ron or an e-scooter or anything like that. I mean, even if you're doing it in a car. I did a DoorDash video in my car the other day, and it performed way better than I thought it was going to. You know, keep that in mind, but DoorDash and content definitely go hand in hand. Should we ride on the dock? Let's check it out. Run right into the water. 1 million views and I will drive my Sur-Ron into the water. On God. 1 million views. And my Sur-Ron, I will go full speed and drive into the water. Alright, 1 million views. So share this video with everyone you know if you want to see that. Another downside to door dashing on the Sur-Ron that might be overlooked is the amount of orders you're going to be able to take. If you're using a Sur-Ron with DoorDash, you know, the Sur-Ron only gets around 35 miles of range. So the only way you're truly going to be successful door dashing on the Sur-Ron, first off, it needs to be busy. If you live in an area that's not busy, you're not going to make money door dashing anyway. So you need to take that into consideration. And also you need to take into consideration how compact your area is. If you live in an area where you're able to take orders extremely fast, all the orders are close by, there's not too many hills, then door dashing on the Sur-Ron might be worth it. But at the same time, if you live in an area that doesn't have that many hills, you might be better off with an e-scooter, because a lot of e-scooters get way better range than the Sur-Ron, and some of them are even faster than the Sur-Ron. A lot of the e-scooters, in my opinion, are way better than the Sur-Ron. I would have got an e-scooter if it wasn't for my area. You know, I live in an area where there's a lot of hills, you know, there's a lot of dirt trails. Right now we're driving more on a flat area because we're on the west side, but if I went east, most of it would be hills, and that really drains your Sur-Ron battery. So you got to take that into consideration. And like I said, if you live in an area that's flat, you might be way better off with an e-scooter than the Sur-Ron. But if you live in an area that has a lot of hills and there's going to be a lot of distance in between your deliveries, it might not even be worth buying the Sur-Ron for DoorDash, because you're only going to be able to take like 4 or 5 deliveries, maybe even less, until your battery runs out. And then if you want to optimize your deliveries, you're gonna have to upgrade the Sur-Ron, which is gonna be another $3,000, or you're gonna have to buy a new battery, which, you know, I got my used battery for like $700-800, something like that, so it's not that bad, but you're just gonna have to spend even more money depending on your area. So you got to take that into consideration. You don't want to buy the Sur-Ron for Doordash if you live in an area that's not optimal. You guys have seen my Doordash videos. I live in an area that has quite a bit of hills, and you guys know I only usually take like 4 or 5 deliveries per video, and most of those videos are only on one battery. Maybe a couple of them I use both of my batteries. I guess the final thing I'll say about door dashing on the Sur-Ron is I personally would not buy the Sur-Ron just for DoorDash. When I bought my Sur-Ron, the thing that really drove me to do it was content. When I bought my Sur-Ron, there wasn't that many people doing Sur-Ron content. It was a pretty rare thing to see someone with a Sur-Ron. But overall, I don't think even my reason for buying the Sur-Ron was that great. You know, I shouldn't have bought it just for content. Although that wasn't the only reason. I enjoy the Sur-Ron a lot, and I think it's super cool. You can buy an e-bike that you don't have to register, you don't have to have a license, you don't have to do anything except buy the Sur-Ron, and you can go ride anywhere. You know, I've been riding on bike trails this whole time. If I was on a dirt bike or something like that, I would guarantee I would have got the cops called on me already. So there's just nothing that beats the Sur-Ron as a purchase of just pure fun. So like if you're thinking about buying the Sur-Ron just to deliver DoorDash or just to make content, I would argue you should kind of consider if that's a good move, and I would just advise you to be okay with not making money on the Sur-Ron. I would say it's way better to just buy the Sur-Ron to have fun. How's it going? I thought I had a couple more reasons why you should or shouldn't consider buying a Sur-Ron just for DoorDash, but I think we went through everything. Overall, the decision is going to be 100% up to you. If you're looking to make a lot of money or whatever it is, that's not going to be what's going to happen if you DoorDash on a Sur-Ron. More than likely, you're just going to have fun. You know, you might make a little bit of money. I don't think anyone's going to complain about having fun and making money at the same time. But I just want you guys to take these things into consideration before you purchase the Sur-Ron for DoorDash. And, you know, I don't want people thinking that you can just buy the Sur-Ron and it's going to be the best experience of your life door dashing and all that, because you still have to maintain the bike as well. You know, you still have to change brake pads, you still have to change tires, although a lot of that stuff doesn't come until you're thousands of miles into riding the Sur-Ron. There's still things you have to take into consideration. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun making it. I hope it was informative. I just wanted to make it because I know there's a lot of people who are curious about food delivery on a Sur-Ron, so I just wanted to give my opinions so you guys can make informed choices. And we're still on the daily video grind, so I had to get a video out for you guys. If you guys have any reasons why you should or shouldn't buy a Sur-Ron for DoorDash, leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.